All right, hey everybody, it's me Ned, and I've got this. What is this? What this label? The label just says Lanzarote. The actual effective label of the bottle is this neck label up here. This is a 500 milliliter bottle from the Isle of Lanzarote, which is the easternmost Canary Island, 120 kilometers off the coast of Morocco. This is Malvasia volcanica, grown. Lanzarote was covered by lava during a multi-year volcanic eruption in the early 1700s, like the 1730s, like 3 or 4 years. The volcano that, the island is a volcano. The volcano was erupting, covered the entire island in lava like a meter or so deep. So any wine that's made here now, any grapes that are planted, the farmers actually have to cut holes through the lava to get to organic matter underneath it. Also, the trade winds start in the Sahara, blow across the Sahara and the Sahel, across Africa, and then on across the Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean. So, they blow right across the Canary Islands. And that's what made the Canary Islands important 200 years ago, because if you wanted to get from Europe or Africa, from the Mediterranean to the New World, you would go down and then pick up the trade winds off of Africa, ride the trade winds across up to the Caribbean, and then you could come up the coast, follow the Gulf Stream up into wherever you were going. But the Canary Islands were one of the last points of land that you could put into and pick up the most important things that you needed for going across the Atlantic, particularly alcohol. So they planted vines everywhere and made lots of wine, fortified wines, stuff like that. So Lanzarote is pretty unique. They're all volcanic islands, but Lanzarote in particular is covered in lava. And so the vines grow in holes cut into the lava. They would have to grow in holes or protected by rock walls anyway, because you have the trade winds blowing constantly across, and they've just come out of the Sahara, so they are hot as hell. They are hot and dry, they're still carrying sand from the Sahara. So anything organic would just get baked and killed by these winds. So the vines grow down in holes, protected by rock walls, protecting them from the east. This is Malvasia volcanica, which is, no one knows what it is. They call it Malvasia, but I don't know. It's a grape variety that people brought here back probably in the early 1500s. And has since gone extinct in the rest of Europe because of phylloxera. There's no phylloxera here, so this is just this crazy orphan grape variety that just exists in the Canary Islands. This is sweet. It's Malvasia volcanica Dulce. It's fortified somehow. It's not fortified very high. It's only 14% alcohol. I don't know a lot about this wine. All right, disclaimer right now. I'm just excited about it, and it tastes really good. It's slightly oxidized. It's like sherry, but it's somewhere in between Malvasia and a full-on sweet Pedro Jimenez. No, it's not an Amontillado, because yes, Amontillado is, kind of sort of in between those two. This is kind of sweet, kind of oxidative, but it has more acidity, and it's not the volatile acidity that a Fino, a Manzanilla, or something like that would have. It's bright, pretty, fresh, citrusy fruit kind of acidity. The aroma reminds me of maple syrup. Just put that out there. Also of roses, white roses, beach roses, honey, dried apricots. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the sweetness is just perfectly balanced by the acidity. And the acidity actually comes in more on the finish and cleans your palate back up. It's really pretty amazing. So it's a fantastic wine. It's super rare. Almost nobody has it. I've shown it to a few people, and they've all jumped on it. Cheval bought a bunch of it. And I walked into the Old Port wine merchant earlier today, and Jacques was like, "Oh, what are you doing? I'm too busy. It's the holidays. I don't taste any wine. Get out of here." And I pulled this out of the bag, and I was like, "I have this. It's the sweet version of it." And he was like, "I want to taste it. Go in the back room. I want to taste it. I'll be right back." And he loved it. And now I actually have to take this bottle back to him. I promised to take it back so that he could drink this with cigars tonight. So you can get it. Cullen behind the camera is nodding his head and giving me a thumbs up at the idea of cigars with this. So I've got to take this back over to the Old Port Wine Merchant. So you will be able to buy this at the Old Port Wine Merchant, at least as long as my supply of it holds out. So anyway, Malvasia Volcanica Dulce from Lanzarote, a live volcano off the coast of Africa in the Atlantic. It's about something like low 30s per bottle, which really call it $34 or something for a 500 milliliter bottle of this. Like, this is actually better priced than like most sherries and stuff. This is pretty kick-ass. Cool.